What up, y'all? It's Furious Stiles, and today is another Beat Mondays. This is episode number 3. I've got a beat that I made in the Machine MK3. I've exported it into Pro Tools. I'm gonna open up that session, and I'm gonna show you what I did right after this. All right, so here we are inside of Machine. Here's where the beat was composed, but I've already exported the instruments into Pro Tools. So we'll go ahead and close out a Machine. And I've got a nice little mix going on in Pro Tools. So we'll play the beat on here. All these instruments. All right. Here's how the beat sounds. Kind of got a mysterious vibe going, you know. And the verse is going to start even before the percussions come in. Boom. Right there. That's where the artist is supposed to come in and start doing their thing. Now here come the percussions. All right, so that was the intro and the first verse. And let me show you what I did. I actually rearranged these tracks so I could have everything in order and it would be easy for me to find everything. The initial export into Pro Tools, the kick and the snare are kind of everywhere, but I got a good little order going here. So let's start out with the kick. I got it up here at the top. And you know me, this is how I get my things, or how I get a vibe going for my beats. I gotta start out with those percussions. So the kick drum is first. Here's the snare. Now here's the interesting thing. Look at this, and this. These are all being used for a snare. I have another snare that I stacked under that one, and it sounds like this. And then I came back with a clap snare. And another clap snare. So that's the reason why the snare on this beat sounds so full, because I got a lot going on. That's 4 snares stacked on top of each other. So then we come back with the hi-hat. And that's the main hi-hat. And of course, like I've said before, it's very rare that you will hear a beat from me that has more or has less than 3 hi-hats. And here's an open one here. And that just comes in every now and then. I stack that one with this one. A lot of stacking on here. That's why the percussions go crazy on this beat. And This is the last instrument that I came in with for the percussion. This is a nice little crash we got going right here. Yeah. And that comes in every now and then. Mainly at the end of 8 bars. As you can see, like right down here, about every 8 bars. It might even be every 4, but let's see here. So when you put all the percussions together, let's go ahead and play all these. This was my foundation before I started doing the overlay music. It sounds like this. So that's what I was working with for my percussions. Then I started to lay my overlay music. And I've got sounds like, oh yeah, now this right here is the main sound for the overlay music. And it sounds like this. This goes throughout the whole song. I mean, that almost sounds like a sample, but that was literally just a sound that I manipulated inside a machine and did my thing with. That just goes to show you, like with today's modern day technology, I mean, you can literally make beats that sound like they have samples from other songs on them. That was literally a sound that I found and manipulated and worked with it, and that's what you got. Then I added this. And that's a nice little sound there. It's got the little reverb on it. I got some, let's see. Yeah, I got some voices here that come in and out of the beat. And I got a harp. Let's see what that sounded like. I've got that panned over to the right. Like I was saying before, not only obviously leveling of the instruments, their volume, of course that's important, but also the panning is just as important to kind of give you that full sound when it comes to your instrumental. You want stuff on the left, you want stuff on the right, and you want stuff in the middle. I've got a flute ensemble going right here in stereo. I really, really like how that sounds. It's so crazy how the technology, like where we are now, and just how great these sounds are. These people have sessions, native instruments. They have sessions with real flute players and harp players that come in and they do these sounds, and the engineers, they record them and they turn them into little sample packs for us. So nowadays, to make real hip hop, you don't have to sample from old records. You can actually create your own original composition and keep all the rights to your beat and not have to pay anybody out when it comes to royalties. And we got an interesting name here. So when the hook comes in, here's the sounds that you hear during the hook. You hear everything that I played so far, but then now you'll start hearing these sounds as well to fill up that hook. Because I like to make distinctions between verses and hooks. It's an important thing. It's not always about just having a hook or having a looped beat from beginning to end, it's nice to have that distinction between what's the verse and what's the hook. Here's the hook, or here's one of the sounds on the hook. So that's that, and I pretty much got that in kind of, I got that pan to the left a little bit. And here's an interesting sound right here. Real dramatic. I mean, that sound almost sounds like it's underwater almost. So that's a really cool sound there. Then we've got this that's panned to the left a little bit, or a lot of bit actually. It's a piano. But you hear that? That's all one sound, but it sounds like it's multiple sounds. What I did was I did this on the machine. I took a simple tapping of the keyboard with this jazz piano, and then I went and I did that on the complete control. Then I started messing with the knobs on there to manipulate the sound, and that's why you get all the other bending of the sound that actually almost sounds like another sound stacked on top of it, but it was the same sound that I manipulated with the parameters inside a machine. Then we got this sound here. We got some brass going. Oh, and it's got a nice little echo on there too. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. It's like it's brass, but it's almost kind of like digital brass, if you will. Let's see here. Okay, and of course, I always save the best for last, the bass. Because if the bass doesn't sound right, the whole beat doesn't sound right. You've got to have that bass, because the bass is just so essential in having a dope beat. So take your time with that bass. Make sure that it is in harmony with the rest of your sounds, and make sure that it works with the percussions as well. And here's how this sounds. It's got a nice jazzy feel to it. I like this. So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So when you run it back and put everything together, we'll start it again from the top. Now this time we will play the introduction, the verse, and the hook. And here's what you get. All original music. All these awesome sounds, man, brought to you by Native Instruments and everybody they work with. Let's go. Yeah. Real mysterious sounding. I like it. Got a nice ambiance. Look at that. That's that sequencing I was talking about before. Bringing in instruments, taking them out, mutes, solos, panning to the left, to the right, stacking instruments. Make it interesting. you know? And that's it. That's the beat. All right, so that's another Beat Mondays for the record books. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you've been enjoying my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you have a message for me, leave me a comment in the comment section. And yeah, I just wanted to say that today's beat kind of epitomizes where I am with beat making today. There's nothing wrong with a kick drum, a snare drum, a hi-hat, a bass line, and a chopped up sample to get things going for the boom bap. But it's also nice to get down to the nitty gritty and do all of your own instrumentation from beginning to end. And not only that, but you don't have to worry about any copyright strikes from YouTube or anyone else. It's all your music. So yeah, you can still make real hip hop without samples. You can do it with or without. So however you want to do it, do it. But yeah, I've got more videos on the way for Beat Mondays and other videos. And you will be seeing those soon. And I hope to see you all soon in my notifications. Until then, peace.